If you want to build and grow tribes, you need to have a sense of charisma that can attract an audience to you so that they keep looking forward to what you're going to be offering them even later in terms of knowledge, mentorship, coaching, and so on. And with all honesty, I'm a super duper introvert, and I never knew that I would be able to be charismatic to my audience. And I never even thought in the wildest of my dreams that I'll be able to attract more than 10,000 students into my community and trained over 200,000 people in webinars over the last few years. I'm a super duper introvert. And in this video, I'm going to talk about charisma from a very different perspective. Because charisma, it's not about your looks. It is not about how much knowledge you have. It's not about how many awards you've won. It is not about your communication skills. That's something very interesting. Take notes. And this will be one of the most important videos, especially if you want to lead in the digital space and if you want to connect with an audience on a much more deeper level. Let's get in. I'm going to be sharing with you a mind map, okay? First, I'm going to talk about a few concepts. Then I'll be telling you about there are two types of influencers, and I want to make it very clear that charisma is not just about being one of those two types, okay? And number 3 is I'm going to give you 10 tips on how you can build your charisma based on my experience, okay? Whatever I share, whatever videos I share, it is based on my experience of the same topic. Now, you could go search for charisma on YouTube and find hundreds of videos, okay? And most of those videos, what I've seen, it's mainly for people on how, men can get more attractive or women can get more attractive to attract the other person. No, here it is more to do with the business environment, how you can become an attractive leader. Someone where others would listen to you and not just use your charisma just for more likes or just for more number of followers on your campaigns. That's not the point here. This video is a very different video, okay? So let's get into it and understand what is charisma according to me, some concepts here. The first concept I want to share with you is that it is not about your looks. It's not about your looks. If you are able to look into the mirror and if you're able to feel good about yourself, that is enough. You don't have to be having a perfect 6-pack abs for you to be charismatic. 2, it is not about introvert or extrovert. A lot of people think that, okay, you have to be an extrovert to be charismatic. Some of the most charismatic people are the most silent people. They're the most introverted people. So it is not about introvert versus extrovert. And it's not that only extroverts can be charismatic. The third point what I want to mention is that it is not about your knowledge. A lot of people are intellectually very stimulating. There are some YouTube channels that have millions of followers, very stimulating information because the speaker or the person who is speaking on the video is extremely charismatic and intellectually very, very engaging. But that's not where charisma comes from. Because a lot of them are just parrots. They're going and looking on YouTube and Google, looking up things and putting it together and just speaking as though it's theirs. It's over a period of time you'll begin to notice these things. Number 4, it is not also about how many awards you won or how many allocates you have and how great you are, how many years of experience that you have. And, I'm sure you have seen many people on YouTube or many influencers who are full of themselves, who are full about themselves, where their entire spotlight is how great I am, which car I bought, which house I've bought and what kind of influence I have and how much money I've made. That's not charisma. Yes, there'll be an audience who will get attracted to those kind of flashy things on a very external level. But according to me, that's not where the depth is. Okay. Here is where it is. Your charisma comes from your intentions. Your charisma comes from what you stand for. Your charisma comes from what your mission is. That's why when people come into my community, when they join inside my community, the first thing I help them work on is on their mindset and their mission. When they come into my webinars, they watch all my videos and their instant motivation is, how can I make more money? But money will only follow a mission. Yes, you can make some small money here and there, but if you want like sustained wealth where you have loyal followers, loyal customers, I'm talking about loyal tribe members. I don't even want to use the word customers. Loyal tribe members who are going to be with you no matter what. You have to operate from the right place. This is more to do with the intentions. So when it comes to online space, I mean, there's a lot of influencers, and if I have to divide them, there are two categories of influencers. The first category are the entertainers, and the second category are the educators. Okay. Now, there could be a combination of both. There are some educators who are also entertaining, and that they fall under the edutainment category. Okay. But overall, if you see, the entertainers category are mostly people who are running YouTube channels, gaming channels, have millions of views. They've got a lot of stuff happening on their YouTube channel, and they do random things to keep people entertained. And that is the one category of influencer. Even on Instagram, you see all these people, rolling out reels after reels after reels after reels. Millions of likes and followers, and feel good factor is there, but there's no substance in their content. It's like newspaper content, page 3 content. Just look at page 3, okay, something flashy, and then you move on to the next and the next. So their entire content creation is based around how to keep people engaged and how to get more views and how to get more likes. And that's what works for reels. Honestly, I'm not playing that game. That's why I want you to be in my YouTube channel and watch something more on an in-depth level. The second category are the educators. Okay, and the educators are those people who are able to go deep and share concepts like this. And I like to play this game because this, I know that even after 2 years, after 3 years, after 4 years, somebody's watching the same video. It's going to be evergreen content. They're going to get some value out of this. Their life is going to change. And they're going to progress in their life and not just feel that fear of missing out. Most of the social media and internet marketing stuff that's going on, digital marketing, is all about FOMO, right? FOMO, fear of missing out. Why are you not doing this? Why are you not on Instagram? Why are you not doing reels? Why are you not doing stories? You don't need to do it. Whereas if you can spend 80% of your time doing stuff like this, I'm talking about long form content, in-depth concepts that can help people actually progress in their life. Not everybody is going to watch it. The mass market, they're going to be watching, movies, they're going to be watching comedy shows. And I'm not saying that's bad, but I'm just saying that the ratio, high achievers, super high achievers, spend 80% of their time on consuming information like this. Yes, you can spend your 20% of your time to relax and rejuvenate. And, I like to go and watch movies and do other stuff. Okay. It's not like there's no entertainment at all. Entertainment is important. But if you want to really make a difference as a knowledge giver, you have to really reprioritize which platforms you want to work on and which platforms you want to build your charisma on. And what is that charisma that you're thinking about? Is it just flashy stuff and what new clothes you're going to be buying, so then what makeup you're going to be putting so that you get what I'm talking about, right? Instagram is filled with those kind of people. So I'm going to give you 10 tips from my perspective on how to build your charisma as a digital leader. Okay. And how to build your charisma to an extent that you can build a loyal tribe, and not just free members outside or your tribe members or followers. Like you may be a subscriber on my YouTube channel, you may still not be a part of my community, but by you watching this, I know at some point of time you're going to be inside my tribe. Okay. Inside my paid member community. So if you want to build your charisma in the paid member side, here are 10 tips for you. The first tip is know your market. Listen more than you speak. Listen more than you speak. I do a lot of YouTube videos. I speak a lot. But did you know that I have one Google document with more than 4,000 questions, and I'm talking about 4,000, THOUSND, 4,000 questions that my paid members have asked me, and I go back into those questions and I look at what exactly people want from me. What do they want? Where are they stuck? And those 4,000 questions, I analyze them, I assimilate them, I create strategies around them, and then I roll out content like this, and then I create courses around that. So I spend a lot of time listening to what my audience really wants. That's the first tip. If you want to build your charisma, you need to know what your audience needs. 2 is your mission needs to be first. And I got this from one of my mentors, Blair Singer. He says, mission first, community second, me third. If you prioritize your actions based on these 3, you can never ever go wrong. My mission is to help 100,000, not 100,000, I'll become 1 million. My mission is to help 1 million people live a lifestyle of freedom, to be able to live and run a business from anywhere in the world. And my mission is to create the next breed of digital leaders and digital teachers. because I believe the current education and employment system is broken, and the only way to fix that is by creating a different kind of leadership. Leaders and mentors who are implementers. So that's my mission. Now, when you are able to voice out your mission like this, you will start to develop a sense of charisma, a sense of attraction. People will want to know more about you. They'll go and watch more of your content, because at a deep core emotional level, they would have connected with you on what you stand for. That's where charisma comes from. Okay. 3, you got to serve your tribe. And I say serve your tribe is understand what they want. Like, for example, in my community, I do at least 2 calls every week only for my paid community members. And every time I'm serving them, every time I'm thinking about what I can give them more, how I can, simplify their life, how I can put them on a path of least resistance, the more and more I do it, I see that even my charisma is building with every single session that I'm doing. When I look back at my recordings, what I did 2 years back inside my community, paid member community, and today, all the recordings, there's a huge difference in my own way of showing up. So the more you're serving your community and keeping that as your focus, you will automatically build a sense of charisma that will be unmatched in your niche, in your topic. Number 4 is you got to solve problems. Don't be a product seller. Be a problem solver. When you solve problems, people will get attracted to you. When you're able to understand what problems and you're able to address it in the most sublime way, they will get attracted to you. That's the way to lead. Number 5 is you got to have empathy. You got to put yourself in the shoes of your customer and really find out what is keeping them stuck, how they would feel about that situation. For example, I've been through a lot of ups and downs in my business. I'm talking about productivity challenges, technical challenges, conversion challenges, fear of selling challenges, ROI challenges, community challenges, reputation challenges. There's so many challenges that are there. And when you come in my community, I'll teach you all of those challenges and how to overcome them. And the best part is because I have been through those challenges, I'm able to empathize on a more deeper level with my students who are facing that same challenge because I've been through that journey. So you cannot just talk from your head. When you talk from your personal experience, you will have empathy and you'll have a sense of charisma that will again be unmatched in your niche. Number 6 is you got to share personal stories. Facts tell, but stories sell. And when you're able to share your own personal stories and your personal experience. In fact, if you come to my next webinar, I'm going to share with you my actual story, okay, my personal story on how I was able to go from scratch to achieving over $2 million in this online space without any office or employees. In fact, go to sids.co/live and register for my next live masterclass. And the first 30 minutes of my masterclass, I go deep into my story, not from a perspective of, okay, this is my story, but I share with you the principles that I learned at every stage of my life that moved me to the next level. And there's a long way for me to go. Okay. So I'm here to tell you that if you want to build your charisma, you got to share personal stories. Number 7 is you got to engage with your audience, especially when you're doing webinars. Now, even in this YouTube video, or if you're watching this on Facebook, if you found this useful, just hit that like symbol below. Or just type useful in the comment box below. Now, what did I just do? I'm engaging with you and I'm asking you to take an action below. Okay. Some of you would have typed that below. And then what I would do is when I read those comments, I would like your post, I would engage with you, and that connection, even though it's a digital space, it is an emotional connect that's happening between me and you as a person on the other side. And that builds my charisma the next time I do a video for you. For a cold person, like somebody who does not know me at all, yes, there'll be some warming up that will happen. But if you're somebody who has engaged on my post and I engage back with you, the next time I show up, the next time I come in, the charisma, you're going to feel the charisma on the next level. And that's how I've been doing. I have more than 300 plus videos on my YouTube channel and have thousands of views every single day. And a lot of people who don't know who I am, they get to discover me, they see the content and it warms them up. And then when they come to my webinar, they are able to understand my mission. Then they come into my world as a customer and I continue to serve them after that. And that's how I build my charisma. It's going from cold to warm to hot to being super hot. And all you need is 1,000 fans. If you can have 1,000 super fans, you'll never have a money problem in your life, because when you have loyal followers who believe in what you believe, and where it's a win-win-win situation, where you're winning, they are winning, the market is winning, if all these three are winning, then it's a winning formula. All the three wins need to be there. You got to engage. Number 8 is you got to stay grounded and be relatable. There are so many coaches and trainers that I know where their head is in the sky, and they've got some small success and they think no ends of themselves, and they operate at that level, like, I'm God, you're my servant. That kind of a aura that emanates from some people I've seen in the online space. Are you able to relate with what I'm saying here? Just type with you in the comment box. If you want to be charismatic, it is just not about wearing a suit or flashy things. Charisma happens on a much more deeper level. You got to stay grounded and be more relatable as a person. Okay? And the more you are able to be at this level, in fact, I learned this from Dr. John D. Martini. He says, when you stop putting people on pedestals or pits, you will have a sense of magnetism and congruence and a sense of charisma that will be unmatched. Because when you're not judging anyone, the rapport happens so much more faster. When you're really looking up to somebody, when you put everybody on a pedestal, okay, then there is a mismatch, and sometimes the rapport cannot be there. Or if you're looking down upon someone, especially if you're a leader, if you say, okay, all of you guys are just losers, okay, I'm the best. If you talk with that kind of aura or that kind of an energy, I do not know if you're able to relate with what I'm saying, but there are some people, it is not what they say, it is what they emanate as a person, what energy they emanate as a person. And if you're looking down upon people like that, based on where you are, then you won't be relatable. People will sense it. There will not be rapport. So you have to be grounded and be relatable to really be charismatic, okay? To build charisma. Number 9 is you got to have self-control. I know it's a totally off kind of a point I'm mentioning over here. So I come from a spiritual background and upbringing, okay? And in one of in scripture, there's a mention there that those who can control themselves first can lead others. And those who cannot control themselves, they don't have the power. If they don't have the power to control their own mind and their own senses, how can they lead? Leadership happens first needs to happen at a level of self-governance. Before you can govern others and before you can be charismatic to others, you need to work on yourself first. You got to have control over your own senses. What you eat, how you show up, do you have integrity? Are you following your own value system even when nobody's watching? These kind of things, not many people talk about. But you know what? Charisma lies over there. When you have self-control. And number 5 is when you're working on yourself continuously. Physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. You got to work on yourself on all the levels. Physically, be fit. Okay? Mentally, stimulate yourself and always keep learning. Emotionally, have great relationships. Don't burn the bridges and, look down upon everyone. Everything suggests something. My mentor Blair Singer says that everything that you do, it suggests something. So if you're emotionally unstable, how can you lead? And spiritually, if you're not grounded, how would you have a much bigger perspective of things? You'll only be very materialistic and profit money focused, and there's nothing wrong with it, but there won't be a bigger mission. There won't be a much bigger ideal that you're going to be pursuing. And I hope this is making sense. Yeah. Just type bulb on in the comment box if your bulb went on. Okay. So just to recap, here are the different pointers for you to build your charisma. You got to know your market. You got to have your mission first. You got to serve your tribe. Okay. You got to be a problem solver. Have empathy. And empathy comes from you walking the talk. Okay. And going through the journey. Share your personal stories of transformation. Engage with your audience digitally and even in the physical world. And also be grounded and relatable. Don't put people on pedestals or pits. Stay grounded. Stay in the neutral zone. Have self-control. Have the integrity and keep working on yourself. Because to the extent that you work on yourself, to that extent your business is going to grow. Okay. So I would like to really thank you for watching this video till this point, and I have a special gift for you. Like I mentioned, since you're here, in my YouTube channel description, there is a link where you can download this mind map. And I have some other links over there. You can actually join my course. I have a special membership over there. You want to join my next masterclass for free, you can attend that. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel, join my VIP group on Facebook, and also have a Telegram group. Whenever I share new posts and updates, you can actually get that first. So what I would like you to do is, if you're watching this on Facebook, search for the same video on my YouTube channel. In the channel description, you'll have a link to this mind map, and you can download this mind map just to refresh the knowledge. Okay. So the topic was how to build your charisma and grow your digital tribe. Charisma building, it depends a lot on who you are as a person. Okay. It's not about what you teach. It's about how you teach and how you show up. It's about you. Wish you all the best. Stay connected and look forward to sharing more ideas like this in my future videos. Bye-bye.